How's it going, my G's? I hope you're doing well. And today I want to talk about how we can step our game up this year, 2023. And yeah, I got no plan for this video really, no number of points or anything. I just felt like I had some things that I wanted to say, to share. And yeah, I think that together, appreciate all of you who are subscribed to this channel. And I know I've helped a lot of you along with your music production, whether it's been in the lessons or just through watching my videos. A lot of you have messaged me like on Instagram as well, being like, oh mate, I can't believe how much your tutorials have helped me over the last 2 years or whatever. So to all you guys, I want to say hi in case I never met you, and big ups. And I'm glad that you have learned something from my teaching as well. And yeah, I wanted to just talk about how we can all continue to improve together. So because I've got a little bit of a following and platform, and I want to use it for good. So some of the messages that I personally deeply resonate with with regards to music production. So also about improving yourself in general. So I'm a little bit into self-improvement, exercising, drinking less, taking less substances, and trying to look after your health, and because that all kind of ties in with being creative. Unless maybe you could write some great songs when you're tripping your balls off, but I think in general you're gonna do a lot better and most importantly be able to work a lot harder when you're a little bit more disciplined with yourself. So that's, for me, it all ties in with music production as well. So that's a lot of the reason why I do things try to be as disciplined as I can, and try to not miss a workout day, just to keep my daily routine really strong, so that my mind is always sharp, so that when I sit down to make music, my mind is always a really I have a lot of clarity always. So I'm making good decisions always when I'm producing. So have more time overall, because what I mean is you don't often have that much time to produce. So it's important that when you do have the time to sit down and do it, you're you're actually progressing a song, or you're doing, pushing things in the right direction, and not not wasting too much time making bad decisions. When you're starting out producing, it's absolutely fine to make lots of bad decisions, and you're still going to learn from that. And although you might not be getting the result right away, in the back of your mind you're going to be learning what not to do. So that's just as important when you're starting out. But yeah, even if you're just starting out, or if you're more intermediate or advanced, it's still really important that when you do sit down to produce, your mind is clear and sharp, so you can make the best decisions. That's why one of the best things about me, I stopped drinking for about 7 months now. I haven't had one drink, and one of the best things for me is just not experiencing those days when I've been hungover and then felt lazy, or tried to work while hungover and not been been foggy in my head, and not making good decisions, and just limiting the amount of days that I don't have those days at all now. So all that extra time where I've not been hungover, I've been clear-headed, and just over time that's made me able to work so much more efficiently at making my own songs and things like that. So I think that we can all on this channel agree that we want to make the most of our music production journey. So that's one way that we can, is to focus a little bit on the outside of music improvement as well. But yeah, aside from that, in the actual realm of music production, I think it's also really cool that we can, as a community, share songs with each other, and share, give each other positive feedback, because no one wants to hear negative feedback to the point where they lose motivation. And that's the thing I love the best about my specific Discord crew. We're a small group of guys, only like 50 to 60 or so, but there's not one person in there that is like negative at all. Like, we're constantly like boosting each other up, like with inspiration. And if anyone does want to be like disrespectful or negative, they will like be removed straight away. So it's like a win-win pretty much. But not only through that though, but also because the YouTube community is like a lot bigger than what my Discord is. So I will try to find a way to have more people involved. But as long as you guys resonate with the message as well of like, yeah, just being really supportive to each other and, praising each other for, making music and being creative, because that's half the battle. It's not always about, how absolutely amazing your song is, but the fact that you're actually going for it and you're actually being creative, you're already doing like so much more than others, who want to live that dream, but they just can't make that first step. So big ups to all of you guys who are on the music production journey, and it's great to have you a part of mine on this channel as well. It's absolutely wicked. And this year I hope that we can continue to grow a little bit and spread the message. And as much as it is for me about being positive, giving inspiration to others just for being creative and not like trying to make someone lose motivation by being overly analytical, as much as that's one part of it, the other part of my message is also to really like be as unique as you can with your music. So that's why I never make videos like how to make a bass like ... someone else, because I think it's just a counterintuitive like mindset, because obviously, like I've mentioned this before, but the world of sound design is infinite. So why would you narrow yourself to someone else's sound or something small and specific when you can just gain a larger appreciation for sound design as a whole and craft your own unique sound? Obviously you've got references and you've got inspiration from others, and that's perfect, but that shouldn't be the focus. It should be finding your own voice. And as cringe-worthy as this may sound, like I always thought that meditating was like really boring and just not for me, and I just couldn't understand it. But what I realized since I started doing like a little bit of meditation every day, like 10, even if it's 10 minutes in the morning or in the evening, what I realized was that giving your mind like a bit of extra space, you start to like reconnect with like your inner voice, because we all have like I really sincerely believe that we all have like a voice inside us that is like your kind of intuition that kind of tells you like what to do or gives you like your own ideas, but like obviously in our modern world, when you like absolutely bombard your brain with like information and entertainment all the time, like it's even on your phone, like you can overload your brain with so much dopamine in like a split second, like on TikTok for example, like that's like instantly taking like all of your energy away from like your creative energy a lot of the time. So like when you can like lessen those things that use up all your brains like dopamine, and like do those things that that are maybe more boring like meditating or working out and stuff like that, your natural like intuition and inner voice starts to like creep up again, and then you like get those like eureka moments and great ideas of like what you actually want to do, so what like direction you want to push your music in, and you can like fuck off the rest of like the industry or society like and its expectations, and just focus on like what the right direction for you is. Because I think music is like an expression of yourself, and like all the best artists are able to usually, unless they're just doing like 5-minute bubblegum rinse and repeat, D&B formula that's going to be popular for like a few months, but then people will get bored of it. The real artists that like stand the test of time, they're definitely able to tap into like their own like intuition and inner voice and use that as a creative guide. So yeah, I guess allow some more space for to connect with yourself, so that you can give rise to like your own, your real, straight from the heart, like genuine ideas that are coming from you, to channel that into your music. And then as a whole, yeah, like find that balance where you're like really making music like for yourself, and not to fit like a certain formula or something like that. So that's another message like from my channel. It's like yeah, like let's motivate each other, let's support each other, and be like kind to each other for being creative, because that's already a win. Let's take some time to like connect with what we really want to express individually in our music, and let's like go for that and prioritize that over just trying to meet the current demand of the marketplace specifically. Because let's think about how we can have the most fun and not lose motivation because we're trying to do something for someone else, but really tap into like our own like individual ideas and like cultivate those, and find your way through doing that, rather than trying to fit in. Yeah, so that's just a little message that I had today. Just wanted to share it with you guys, and yeah, hope one of you at least takes something away from this, and yeah, have a wicked rest of your week, and yeah, peace.